So I'm Fred Gleek. I'm here with Tel Franklin, who's a board certified family physician and also the CEO of TellMD.com. And we have Kayla Brick with us. And Kayla is in the process of giving up sugar, a topic that we've spoken about before. Tel, what do you have to say to Kayla?
I'd say, I think the key word there is process. You can't just turn a switch and all of a sudden, for 21 years of my life, I've eaten sugar, over and over again, probably in every meal, that I'm just one day going to give it up. So I think it's a process, it's a journey, it's a path. So you take out sugar for one meal a day, for 2 meals a day, and you do it over 3, 6 months or a year. It's a process, and you gotta have faith in the process, and you gotta know that at the end of the journey, where you're going with this is achieving optimal health. At TellMD, we like to say optimal health: body, mind, spirit, mood, and energy.
And Kayla, how long ago did you start this process of trying to give up sugar?
I think it's probably been about a week now. I'm kind of slowly, gradually going down on all of it.
And what have been your problems, symptoms, or issues?
Symptoms. You don't feel great, but I'm looking forward to the after part of this, I think.
Well, how did you start? What was the reason you started?
The main reason is that I have Lyme disease, so cutting out sugar is kind of a necessity. People in my life said that it was kind of feeding off of it.
Yes.
It's deeply disturbing to me. So I kind of just decided that, in order to get better, I got to make these choices. I got to start being serious about it.
And can you share with our listeners how you've been feeling? Because there's probably some anxiety, there's some, trepidation, because, it's kind of been a little bit like a friend. He or she, the sugar is there for you. You take it, you feel better, so what do you do? What do you substitute? What's your overall strategy?
Well, I still have things that I have to do. So I'm not going full cold turkey, because I still have it in my matcha and things like that. I'm also giving up caffeine a little bit as well, because that is also a problem. I'm kind of slowly taking it out of various meals during the day, and a little less each day, not going nuts. I suppose the better way would be to go take it out completely, but I think that's not realistic for most people.
What have been your symptoms, Kayla?
I definitely feel a lot of fatigue. I'm definitely a little bit more irritable, a little bit more moody, I suppose. I guess those are the main symptoms. I definitely want
Any way around that for Heritel?
Well, I think that just going for a walk, I think, taking some time out and learning, meditating, mindfulness, or breathing is really helpful. I also think being on a pre and probiotic, so that you balance out the normal gut biome, will help dissipate that anxiety from not having the sugar.
Yeah.
And I think substitute would be just taking some raw honey and putting it on the roof of your mouth. Don't swallow it, and just over time let it dissipate in your mouth.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Yeah, I've definitely found that exercise has helped a lot, and drinking tons of water also.
Water is really important. Yeah. So is it too early for us to say, are you feeling any better, any difference?
I definitely feel better for sure. I haven't cut it out completely. I've noticed as well, you were talking about process, that going out to eat is a lot more difficult. Virtually everything has sugar in it.
Yes.
So, I can't say I'm not a little bit, it's going to be a process figuring out what snacks to eat, what to, eat during the day. It's going to be different. So,
and it's important to kind of think about it ahead of time. One thing I found that a lot of people really like is cutting carrots in slices and doing it with hummus. I don't know about you, but there's 2 Trader Joe's just like within a mile of my house, and so I just dip the apples. Like I love those. What are they called?
Lady finger,
lady. No, it's like Sugar Lady or something like that. But they don't have very much sugar in it, and I just dip them in a little bit of hummus. I can put it in a plastic bag or a paper bag, take it to work with me, because I think the whole thing is trying to understand what their triggers are and having some substitute already available as
Right.
opposed to, okay, it's the middle of the day, there's cake in the back, it was so-and-so's birthday. This is not the day to quit sugar.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've already given up dairy for the most part, so I think that it'll be kind of similar where if I have almond milk or whenever I had milk after I gave it up completely, I stopped liking it. It was kind of a weird taste, and almond milk was the same way. And now I very much enjoy it. So I think it'll be kind of similar, I hope anyway.
Do your check-ins with TellMD, the 5 areas of life,
Mhm.
and give us some feedback, and we will send you some podcast articles and great information and great tips on a daily basis on how you can find more balance in your life. Because I think that no matter if you're young, middle-aged, or older, wherever we are in life, we want to find balance, we want to feel better, and we want to look at those things that don't really enhance our body's immune system, instead cause a lot of inflammation. And really, I think our ultimate goal is to be on a plant-based diet 90 or 95%. I mean, once a week, once a month, I do cheat, because I don't think it's healthy to say I can never have this or that. Being a physician in Monterey, I get invited to different things, events. And so, occasionally I will have food that isn't plant-based, but I think the 90-10 rule is good. I think in my own personal life, it's more like 95%. But the more that you start feeling better, it's like throwing a pebble in a pond. It'll
Mhm.
have a ripple effect, and you'll see just other areas of life that you want to improve, because nothing tastes as good as wellness feels.
Now, not only other areas of life, but there are other videos as well that you can check out at tellmd.com. And so we want to thank both of you. Kayla, thank you. And Tell, once again, thanks for the great information.
And just
Tellmd.com.
remember at TellMD, we believe the most powerful healing force in the universe is your own immune system. And we work on balancing your mood, your energy, your spirit, your mind, and your body so that you can really suck the marrow out of life and get the most out of every day.